Good evening, Range of Beauties, and welcome to the Pink Politics Show. A dozen Democratic presidential candidates took the stage in Ohio for the fourth debate of the 2020 election. Not surprisingly, the 2020 Democrats ignored the concerns of Black American women voters. They offered no solutions to the problems facing Black Americans in general and Black folks from Ohio in particular. Not one candidate brought policy specifics to the table on issues like reparations and Black maternal mortality, nor did they discuss how their plans would end Black poverty in Cleveland, gentrification of Black women's neighborhoods in Cincinnati, and housing discrimination against Black American women's communities in Columbus. Other Ohio cities with majority Black American populations, like Bedford Heights, Maple Heights, Trotwood, Forest Park, Euclid, and Bedford were not mentioned during last Tuesday's 3-hour-long political discussion either. So what exactly did these candidates talk about? Well, instead of competing to see who can make life better for Black American women voters, both inside and outside of the state of Ohio, the Democrats pandered to women, particularly white women, by arguing over health care. We'll give you an outline of the Democratic feud over health care, but as an aside, Democratic strategists have come to the conclusion that there is a 53% problem in white American feminism. According to exit polls, that is the percentage of white women who voted Republican in the 2016 presidential election. Democrats also know that healthcare is a top voting issue for all women voters across the board. For these reasons, the 2020 Democrats are aiming to make inroads in reducing that number from 53%. That is why they spend a lot of time feuding over health care. Now back to last week's election debate. Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren was the most targeted candidate of the night. This is because Warren has steadily risen in the polls to surpass the two other leading candidates, Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders. Almost all of her Democratic rivals accused her of not being honest about how she would pay for her plan to provide Medicare to every American. But our problem with Warren is not her Medicare-for-all plan. The United States government should provide quality medical services to all of its citizens, regardless of the cost. Our problem with Warren is that she wants to pass a bill that funds health care for all Americans using Black Americans' reparations money. Her and Bernie Sanders' Medicare-for-all plans are a textbook example of putting the cart before the horse. This is indeed doing things in the wrong order. Warren must pay Black Americans the tens of trillions of dollars owed to us before offering free health care to all Americans. That's the way it has to be done. And if it's not done in that order, Elizabeth Warren will not get Black American women's votes. No longer are Black American women voters going to hold their nose and vote overwhelmingly for a candidate who gives them a big thank you by helping everyone else surpass them and their community demographically, politically, economically, socially, and culturally. Elizabeth Warren has to support reparations and a Black agenda, which includes making affirmative action a program only and specifically for Black Americans if she wants Black American women's votes. Thank you for joining us. I'm Taylor Washington, and this is Pink Politics, where Black womanhood and politics converge.